Yeah. Turn the noise down. Turn the screens off. Turn the fear off. For 1 minute. Just 1 minute. What if we saw life clearly? What if the lens wasn't cracked by greed and deception? Will we recognize the truth hiding beneath perception? Every election promises hope and protection, but somehow the same people keep collecting the blessings, while workers break their backs for a fraction of the profit. The wealthy build empires and tell us not to question it. The system says we're free while it quietly adjusts. The cost of living higher than the value of our trust. I grew up watching people chase survival every day, trying to pay the rent while opportunity slipped away. Dreams became luxury items nobody could afford, and faith became a weapon in somebody else's war. What if we saw beyond the labels and affiliations, past the propaganda and manufactured confrontations? Will we realize we're fighting over artificial divisions, while power moves untouched behind closed decisions? Hey! What if we saw life clearly? Would the truth set us free? Or will we run back to comfort and refuse what we see? What if we saw life clearly? No illusions to defend. Will we finally come together or keep breaking in the end? What if every child started life with equal chances? No neglected schools trapped in forgotten circumstances. No neighborhoods abandoned by political promises. No futures disappearing because poverty influenced them. What if prisons focus more on healing than confinement? What if trauma was addressed before becoming violent? What if every addict found compassion and guidance instead of judgment from a world that profits from their silence? What if healthcare wasn't determined by a paycheck? What if dignity wasn't something people had to beg for? What if veterans came home and actually got support instead of being thanked and then forgotten by the court? What if communities rebuilt what division destroyed? What if fathers taught purpose and mothers taught poise? What if every young person discovered their own voice instead of being drowned out by algorithms and noise? What if we saw life clearly? Would the truth set us free? Or would we run back to comfort and refuse what we see? What if we saw life clearly? No illusions to defend. Would we finally come together or keep breaking in? Look around, everybody wants justice until it costs something. Everybody wants peace until they forced to discuss something. Everybody wants change, but nobody trusts nothing. So the cycle keeps spinning while the pressure keeps crushing. The news sells fear because fear keeps attention. The culture sells status because status sells possessions. The market sells dreams through strategic suggestions, then blames individuals for collective oppression. What if success wasn't measured by material gains? What if character mattered more than celebrity names? What if wisdom became fashionable again and people learned to listen more than they learned to complain? What if religion inspired mercy instead of hatred? What if history was studied instead of manipulated? What if every culture was genuinely celebrated and every lie exposed before it became accepted? Maybe clarity hurts. Maybe that's why people avoid it. Because once you see the truth, you can't unsee it. Once the curtain falls, the performance loses power. Once the chains are visible, you stop calling them jewelry. What if we saw ourselves without ego and pride? Without the insecurities we desperately hide? Without the endless need for validation online? Without comparing our lives to somebody else's highlight? Maybe we discovered that enough is enough. That strength isn't brutality and love isn't soft. That courage means standing when the road gets rough, and integrity matters when the spotlight is off. Maybe we spend less time consuming distractions and more time building meaningful interactions. Less outrage, more action, less division, more compassion. Maybe we stop searching for enemies everywhere and start recognizing pain is something all of us share. Maybe we finally understand why nobody gets there without sacrifice, responsibility, and care. What if we saw life clearly? Every blessing and scar, every wound we've inherited, every truth that we've ignored. What if we saw life clearly? No masks left to wear, no lies left to follow, no burden we can't bear. What if we saw life clearly? Will we change? Will we grow? will we finally become the people we're supposed to be? The world doesn't transform overnight. It changes when people do. One conversation, one family, one community, one generation. What if we saw life clearly? Maybe that's where everything begins.